Hi, thanks for visiting our page. I'm Eric Stefanik, President and CEO of Elliptic Systems Corporation. We've been providing IT services to the Everett to Seattle area since 2003. Actually, today, I'm coming to you with some exciting news. I was at an event, and at this event, there were other IT owners, just like myself, and we were all talking about cybersecurity and cyber attacks and our clients and how things have been coming about. And before you know it, one thing led to the next, and we all collaborated and decided to write a book. So this book that we wrote, we also came up with a name. The name that we gave it was On Thin Ice. What this book is about is combating cyber criminals through cybersecurity solutions. So each one of us decided to pick a topic, and out of this, like for instance, my topic was dark web. So my chapter in the book is specific to dark web and dark web monitoring. And I speak to that, as well as all my other co-authors. They do the same thing with their specific subject. It's a book full of wealth of knowledge about cybersecurity, the solutions, cyber criminals, what they do with your information, how they get it, what it means to you. And so, for instance, like on the dark web, it's employees and their use of your company information that you might be surprised. And for example, I do these dark web scans, and every day business owners are completely astonished with what they find on those reports. It's valuable information. And so before this whole pandemic that hit, we were all talking about this and started collaborating and putting together all of our discussions and started putting it pen to paper and writing it down and working with our publisher. And so now the publisher gave us a release date on this, and that is Thursday, November 19th, 2020. So that's 30 days away from now. So with that happening, what I'd like you to do is get signed up to get and receive your copy. Because with this book, you're also going to learn a lot about things. I mean, gosh, the FBI put out on May 2nd. So COVID hits in March. And then 60 days later, in May 2nd, the FBI put out a statistic that cyber attacks had increased by 300%. And with that enormous amount, that's more than the year 2019 attacks, and they've been increasing over the years. But on top of this, 60% of all businesses that suffer from an attack, whether it's internal, which most small businesses don't realize that employees are one of their number one contributing factors to an attack, and as far as any other compromises that can happen that subjects your company, whether you got backups that can bring you back or not, or a simple virus or a ransomware that came through an email on a PDF that said invoice, and the accounts payable person clicks on it because they need to see what it's for, and boom, you're infected. So these businesses that get subjected to this, 60% of them close within the first 6 months. Within 2 years, they typically close their doors. And the majority of all businesses that suffer from just one attack never get back to 100% fully recovered. So this book talks about precautions. It talks about things to put in place. And I highly recommend just to get the book for great reading, at least to know what you can do to protect your business. So the publisher thinks this is going to be a bestseller on Amazon. And so on November 19th, we're going to find out. So one of the things I'd like you to do is we got a sign-up form right here on the right. And just fill out that, and what it will do is it will notify you and let you know when the book releases. And that way there you can go and get your copy. The other thing is I want you to be able to get the book, and so I gave you some some good incentives on a promo here right down below. So one of them is we'll do a free threat assessment. It's a cybersecurity risk assessment. We come in and we'll do an assessment of your network. We'll look to see what cybersecurity solutions that you have, and look and see what loopholes you may have in your network, and assess it. And then from there, you'll be able to walk away knowing what you might need to put in place, what you're doing really good at, and the things like that. It's a huge value that I'm giving you for free. Also, I will give you a free dark web scan. And again, out of those reports, 8 out of 10 times, the business owner's email is sitting right on there, and then they find out also about what personal identifiable information is sitting out there on the web, the dark web that is, that they're unaware of. And so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an acceptable use policy, and it's an AUP, and it basically is about your employees using your company equipment for personal use. It's valuable. A lot of business owners have thanked me for that. It has saved them a lot of headaches and issues with legal and situations like that, where they can come and come out of employees using company equipment in manners they should not be. So the other thing I'm going to do is we have free cybersecurity weekly tips that I write, and I put those out, and you receive a different one. They're a wealth of knowledge. It's just information. It helps educate, talks about how to help protect your bank accounts from this cyber criminals and fraud and things like that. It also goes over many different other areas, passwords and protecting yourself, just simple tips to help keep yourself safe while you're out there in cyber world, which today is era, since COVID has hit, it has forced the workforce to be this remote. And like doctors' offices and legal and attorney firms, they all have to be compliant, like with HIPAA, and some organizations with PCI or SEC or SOX, and some of those compliances. And with being forced to work from home now, that opens up a whole new can of worms. And actually, it is actually taken those compromises and compromised their compliances, because they're now no longer compliant unless they have the right solutions in place protecting that data that has to be HIPAA compliant. And so the other thing about it is all of us authors got together and we decided that all proceeds of this book to go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And so even if that, just buying the book would give you that book and that wealth of information and cybersecurity solutions you can implement and put in place, as well as you'd be helping out St. Jude's Children's Hospital and the work that they're doing out there. And also spread the word. Let people know about this. Also, you'll see a link down here to our webinars. I hold monthly webinars. You can go to that page. You can sign up and attend one of them. For example, I got one on the 17th, which is 2 days prior to the book release. And in there, I'm giving away a $25 Amazon gift card, which actually makes the book free to the person who gets that. And so, and all the time we're doing these webinars, they help out. I usually hold them on a Tuesday or a Thursday. But you can click on that down there and you can get signed up for that. But definitely sign up on here to get your reminders. Tell your friends, your families, small business colleagues, if you're in any event, any social events like your Chamber of Commerce or any of those, let them know. Have them go and sign up and get a copy of this, because the times have changed and it's now pushed into cyber world, and the cyber criminals, it's the playground for them right now, and they're making over it. And help us put these cyber criminals out of business, because that's what they're doing, is it's a profit-making business, and we're the ones that are suffering from what their business does, because it takes us out of business. So again, help spread the word. November 19th, Amazon.com, and you'll be able to order that and get signed up. And I thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us as we're here to help. Have a nice day.